Hi everyone, I am Veena and welcome to Pat Cake. Today I am commencing my series of videos on quick and tasty breakfast dishes. And I'll set the ball rolling with my easy recipe on instant white Dhoklas, which the Gujaratis also call khatta Dhoklas. This instant recipe does away with the traditional fermenting and can be prepared in minutes. And though an instant recipe, these Dhoklas are as spongy and delicious as the traditionally made ones. Now let me show you how I make them. For this recipe, we need 1 cup of rava or semolina, 1/3 cup of thick poha, and 3 tablespoons of besan or gram flour. Let's add these to a grinder jar. The rava can be the regular variety or fine rava. I'll grind this and be back. This is not a superfine powder. It's slightly grainy. Next, to this vessel, I'll add 1 cup of yogurt, half a cup of water with which I'll rinse the measuring cup I just used, 2 teaspoons of a crushed mix of ginger and green chillies, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon sugar. Let's whisk everything. And then add in the ground rava mixture. We'll mix everything again. Then cover the vessel and keep it aside for 15 minutes to give the rava time to soak. In the meanwhile, let me show you how to make a lip-smacking tasty green coriander chutney to go with the Dhoklas. To make it, we'll need half a cup of grated fresh coconut, a handful of coriander leaves, 5 garlic cloves, 4 to 5 green chillies, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and the juice of half a sour lime. I'll chop these few ingredients and add everything to this grinder jar. To this, I'll add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon sugar, and around 3 tablespoons of water. I'll now grind the chutney. I've kept it slightly thick. That done, we'll now prepare the pan into which we'll add the Dhokla batter. I'm using an 8-inch round pan. Let's liberally grease the inside, that is, the bottom and the sides, with oil. If you have a thali that's wider than this pan, say around 9 or 10 inches in diameter, which could fit into your steamer, that would be better. Because traditionally, white Dhoklas are less than 1 inch thick. Mine could turn out to be 1 inch or maybe a little more in thickness because I don't have a large enough pot that could accommodate a larger pan or thali. Our Dhokla batter has been resting for over 15 minutes. So let's check it. The rava has soaked up most of the liquid. Let's adjust the consistency by first adding in a 1/4 cup of water. We need to add some more water. This is a 1/4 cup, but I'll add just half of it first. And then add in the rest. The batter has a dry, dropping consistency and is still too thick. But before finally adjusting the batter consistency, let's add in 1 tablespoon of oil. And since my dahi or yogurt was only slightly sour, I'll also add 2 teaspoons of lime juice. If your yogurt is not sour at all, then add more lime juice. And instead of lime juice, you could also add a 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid. Here's another 1/4 cup of water. But I'll add just half the water first, like before, because we have to thin the batter very carefully. It shouldn't become too thin. It should have the consistency of idli batter. Now the consistency seems just right. I had added half a cup of water before letting the batter rest, and now while adjusting the consistency, I added half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of water. But you add how much you need to get the same consistency. A few minutes ago, I had put some water into my improvised steamer, and when I just checked, the water was about to boil. Now's the right time to add the raising agent into the batter. For our recipe, we are using Eno fruit salt as a raising agent. Eno sachets are available in different colors. You could use either the blue or the green variety. One sachet contains a little more than 1 teaspoon of the fruit salt. We'll add all of it to the batter and then activate it with 1 teaspoon of water. See how the batter instantly starts frothing. Let's mix the batter well, and without wasting too much time, pour it into our prepared pan. Instead of Eno, you could also add half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's quickly sprinkle some red chilli powder and some ground pepper on the top. I'll now take this to my stove. The water is already boiling, so I'll put the pan on the stand inside. Let's put a cover on top and steam the dhokla for around 15 to 20 minutes on medium heat. After almost 20 minutes, let's check how our dhokla is doing. It's not sticking to my fingers. Looks like it's done. But let's do the skewer test. It's clean. I'll now turn off the heat, remove the pan from the steamer, and brush the top of the dhokla with oil, and then let it cool for around 10 minutes. The oil will keep the surface from becoming too dry as the dhokla cools. The dhokla is just lukewarm now, so let's prepare the tadka. I've added 1 tablespoon of oil to the tadka vessel. Once the oil gets hot enough, we'll throw in half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, 2 green chillies that I've slit and cut, and a 1/4 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida. I'll turn off the heat and add half a teaspoon of sesame seeds to the hot oil. I'll also add a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, but this is optional. If you want the dhokla to be absolutely white, then skip this. After around a couple of minutes, I'll add in a 1/4 cup of water and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Coming back to our dhokla, I'll run a knife around the edges and unmold it onto a plate. The bottom looks so porous and spongy. We can now cut it into squares or diamonds. And then pour spoonfuls of the tadka all over the cut dhokla. I'll now add a topping of chopped coriander. Looks so tempting, no? Let's check out a piece. It's still warm, but look how soft it is. You can enjoy dhoklas with any chutney of your choice. In my opinion though, coriander chutney goes best with white dhoklas. Very soft and so delicious. I'm telling you, make these dhoklas at home for breakfast. It will be a real treat for your family. But don't forget to let me know how your dhoklas turn out. And don't forget to subscribe and give my video a thumbs up if you liked it. See you soon with yet another quick and tasty breakfast recipe. Until then, take care and happy cooking.